Hi darlings, this is Christina, and today I'm going to go over my Sephora recommendations for our last Sephora savings event of 2025. So if you're interested in seeing what is on my list, then just keep watching and let's get into it. Okay darlings, so the last Sephora savings event, I was very anti savings event. This time, because I've had all year to collect lots of products, I have a really well composed amount of products I would recommend from the Sephora savings event if you're in the market for it. Sephora savings event is the time to one, replenish products that you know you're going to go through throughout the year, in my personal opinion, and try products that maybe will fill a hole in your makeup gap if there are any, and or try products that you've been interested in but would like to save some money on. So these are the reasons. So I figure, if this is something you're interested in, it's my job as a content creator to give this to you. So very rarely do I have Sephora skin care recommendations, but this year I do. I am surprised. Usually I use medical grade skincare and I found that that helps better. But surprisingly, Sephora has some things that actually have been working and I am just stunned. So all the things I'm recommending for you are creme de la creme, top notch, chef's kiss products. I'm not giving you any filler, just the things I personally like, the things I use daily, and what I'd recommend for you. So let's start with skincare. So RHODE Beauty recently came to Sephora, and I had tried RHODE mid this year. I plan to do a whole video on it. Fell off, guys. I apologize. I just haven't done it yet. I may still, not sure. Anyway, during the summertime is when the RHODE glazing milk really shined through. It was a time where I am used to putting a lot of hydrating products on my face, and in summer it was no, that's too much. You're gonna peel. It's not gonna look nice. You're gonna look oily, greasy, and a hot mess. And I had to strip down and just pick one moisturizer, and this was it. This was all I used. At the time, I felt how much I love my VIOLETTE Boum-Boum milk. However, that wasn't giving me quite the hydration I needed to be my only hydration for the day, but the RHODE Skin Glazing Milk did fabulous. And so I find that if you are someone who doesn't need a lot of moisture, meaning you're kind of combo skin, not too dry, your normal skin, I think you can use this as a very nice one and done. It hydrates so beautifully. I found that my skin looked amazing under makeup, amazing under sunscreen, and overall just really love this product. Interested almost to try the hydrating spray, but I don't know. I may try it now during the sale, but I'm not sure, but I really love this. Next is my infamous VIOLETTE Boum-Boum milk. I have loved this for at least a year now. It's a 3-in-1 cream spray. I find that I like to layer this over top of my products in the morning. So I'll use my collagen pads, and then I'll use this over top, and it kind of seals and sets everything in so beautifully. It just kind of gives your skin that extra oomph that you're desiring. So if you're dry in skin, but you don't want a lot of moisture on your face, a lot of heavy cream, I feel like this does a fabulous job. I'm back to using it. In the summer, I wasn't so much because I had the RHODE milk, glazing milk, but now that we're back in fall, my skin is needing that extra hydration, and this is working fabulously. The Extreme Eye Cream. Now, you guys know I have complained about my under eyes for at least a year and a half now. I am 41, and age is starting to show up most there. So my eyes are crepier, they're drier, they're starting to show more lines. And so when I saw that one of my favorite skincare reviewers, Penny, she kind of recommended this, and so I thought to give it a go. This I've been using for about a month, and I can say that it has lifted a little bit of my eye bags. Firming, I don't know. Honestly, I like to give things like 3 months to try, but so far I really like it. I can't find the top, which is why it's like this, but it's fine. Regardless, I find that it works really well under my concealers. It hydrates my eyes very nicely. I've really enjoyed this. So am I saying it's anything different yet? Not yet, but I have noticed a little bit of the puffiness, like those little pockets getting smaller. So I feel like it is firming. This Clinique Moisture Surge Spray had surprised me because I was at Ulta and I was like looking at things. I had a gift card and this was on that little row, you know, of the things that like try. So I got the little one and I was surprised at how nicely it reset and re-moisturized me throughout the day. I feel like me personally, I'm that kind of person who needs a hydrating spray throughout the day, but I don't want to take my VIOLETTE Boum-Boum milk with me. I like to have something separate, something little that I can just like have in my pack because I find like I need it sometimes after the course of the day, you know, with the air conditioning or the heater or whatever it may be. I feel like my skin gets dry and I need to hydrate. And this was really fantastic. I was really surprised how much I love this. So at this current time, this is what I keep in my car. I'm happy to have it. At first, I was keeping one of the Lisa Eldridge sprays with me, but this is cheaper and it's easier to access. So I like to have this in the car and I keep Lisa home and I'll spray before I leave if I do my makeup at home. If I don't, I actually like this. I feel like I could possibly replace the Lisa with this because the Lisa Eldridge spray doesn't set anything. It just hydrates really beautifully and I find that this hydrates really beautifully as well. So very happily surprised with this. My last skincare recommendation is this. And I've been on YouTube almost 4 years. And this is the first time I've been offered PR that I'm actually interested in. So I got a few brands offering me things to try. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, right? So the first thing I tried from EADEM, because they offered it to me, was this Cashmere Peel Exfoliating AHA and PHA toner. And they also gifted me the EADEM Lift Softening Balm. And this is in La Chouchou. I'm gonna butcher it, but it's in the color Croissant au Beurre. I think I'm mispronouncing that as well. Anyways, they sent these to me in PR. I was not expecting much, right? I've heard things about this brand. I haven't really dabbled into it. OMG. I was not ready. If I had known how amazing these products were going to be, especially this one, I would have taken before and after pictures. Okay. I failed, but I can tell you, if you are someone who suffers from texture, and mind you, I do all the things. I have my retin-A, I try to exfoliate a couple times during the week. I've been doing all the things, but recently this year, like the texture on my skin, like I get these little bumps like right here. They're so small, but they're so annoying, and I haven't been able to get rid of them. I was like, what do I need to do? Do I need to go get laser treatment? Like, what do I need to do? Because I've been to the spa and I've gotten treatments and it still wasn't going away. This, excuse me, started to work. I would say the first day I noticed that it was softer and smoother when I applied my blush and things, but I was like, okay, maybe it's just one of those days. Second time, definitely I noticed. Definitely a reduction in those bumps. And I don't know. I can't rave enough about this here PHA AHA toner. It is so beautiful. And if you suffer from texture, if you have an issue with skin like refinement and you just want your skin to be even and look beautiful with or without makeup, invest. If my YouTube content creator career stopped today, I would be so happy to have received this in PR. I can't thank them enough for sending me this. I'm invested. I want to know, I want to try more from this brand because I just am floored at how well this here thing worked. Amazed, okay? Sold. And this here balm, this EADEM balm, so nice. It has like this metal tip, so it's very cooling and calming on the skin. And this color is like golden. This is like all the things I like. Okay, it's golden and delicious. I love it. It's very comfortable. It's very hydrating. I purchased the Violette FR balm, which is so pretty. This also has a like a porcelain tip, very similar, but I remember telling you guys like, so it's very similar except this is metal and this is porcelain. This is definitely cooler and more hydrating. I was disappointed in this one. I thought this was gonna be like so moisturizing, so juicy, because I love Violette, but the EADEM definitely wins. I'm invested. If I can only have one to go lip balm for like comfort and moisture, it would definitely be this one. I love this. Definitely thank you, EADEM. I will definitely be lifelong customer. Now let's talk about powders, okay? Let's talk about the Dior Forever Nude Matte Filter. I have it in the shade 02 Light. I initially purchased it in shade 3, which is typically my Dior shade, but I really love this one. This year I purchased the Givenchy powder. It was okay. Nothing to write home about. I haven't even really touched it since I purchased it. This, however, I have used tons, as you can see. It is definitely flat. That CD label is gone. And what I like to do, I keep this with me on the go. And you can just, I like to use a big fluffy powder brush. And I decided to do this first because I can notice that I'm a little oily in some places. See? And it doesn't disrupt the makeup underneath. It can blend, it could blur. It's just such a pretty product. And the only thing about it is you have to be careful. You may think it's the same color as your foundation, but it's not. There's only I believe 4 or 5 shades. So it's not enough to cover the whole range of spectrums of colors. And so I would say go down one shade that you normally would from your foundation, and I think you'll be very satisfied with this. But it is very nice. It blurs without being powdery. I think it's very close to like the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush filter, except it's actually got a little color to it. So I really enjoy this, really recommend this. It's my favorite to go powder. Then I tried in the last Sephora sale the GUERLAIN Terracotta Light. This is in medium cool bronzer. It's old school, guys. This is an old product, but it's so beautiful. I'm wearing it now. The thing I like about this is that it's so extremely like skin-like. Very, very pretty coloring. It's like just a hair darker than me. It's got a little bit of sheen, a little bit of shimmer. I think it's just such a lovely, lovely product. Very underrated. I'm a big fan of GUERLAIN in general, and I was so happy to get this. And if you're someone my skin color and you just want a little hit, a little taste of color, this is a beautiful product. I really, really love it, and I'm so glad that I purchased it. Then we have the Westman Atelier powder in Mimi and Coquette, and this is the first year that they came out with these powders. I think they're like $75 each. I can't remember. Anyway, this is the real reason I bought it. Remember I was telling you I was having all those texture issues? So I was really looking for a powder or a bronzer that was not shimmery and sheeny. Like the GUERLAIN I just showed you has a little sheen, and that was even giving me problems sometimes. This is completely matte, and it is a really nice color. It's definitely richer and deeper in tone, but it's not so deep like it's a contour. It really is a blush, especially in those summer months. I really enjoy this. This here color, a little too light for me. So I can't recommend it just for the blush portion, but if you are someone who likes a nice, beautiful, creamy matte bronzer, I think this one's really pretty. I think if I could do again, I would have picked the other color. I think there were blushes, because this one, well, this is a blush duo, so there are 2 blushes, but there's another one that has like a bronzer and a blush. Anyway, I can't recall what it is, but I may have done that one just because the blush may have been a little better for my skin tone, where this, if you're lighter than me, probably will show up on you. For me, it just looks so flat and not attractive, but this here bronzer is really pretty. This year, YSL released these beautiful blushes. I mean, the packaging is stunning. I mean, everything about these are just so beautiful. I think my only issue with these is the fact that they did not come out with that beautiful brown color in the US. You still can't get it here, and I wish they would release it. The only colors that I have currently are Nude Lavalier and Rose Haze. And Nude Lavalier is part of the like more shimmer sheeny color, so I like to use this as like a blush topper. I don't too much use it on its own, but it looks really pretty over this Rose Nude, because Rose Nude is like a flat, beautiful matte color. Really pretty. I use this quite a bit, probably more than Nude Lavalier. So if you can only pick one, I really like this one. I did pick up another one. It was a coral color. It was a limited edition, I believe. Anyway, it didn't look that great on me. I actually gifted it to a friend. It just wasn't a good color for me, but on her, it looks so stunning. She's deeper in tone than I am, and that color looks so pretty on her. So I think with these, just pick the colors that best suit your skin tone, and I think you won't be disappointed. They're so beautiful, so beautiful. Dior came out with their holiday collection. They reformulated their Backstage blushes this year. This is in the color Starry Mauve. So beautiful. Kind of, okay guys, it's kind of like Nude Lavalier, okay, but it's lighter in tone. Nude Lavalier is definitely deeper, and it's less shimmery sheeny. It's more on the more subtle side of things. So I really do like Starry Mauve just a bit more. I've been using this so much. It's so pretty on skin, and since I've got my texture under control with EADEM, I'm back to loving my shimmers. I love a sheeny, glistening cheek. It just, oh, I love everything about that. I'm so glad I get to experience these things again. I also have it in the brown color Toffee. I didn't like it. It was not a good color for my skin tone. So once again, pick, you know, colors that really look good on you, that are in your color wheel, and I think you'll be very happy. Next is the Ambient Light in the Deer palette. It's actually what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing these two blushes in conjunction. I like this one actually. You know, are all the powders gonna work for me in my skin tone? No, they're not. But I find that I can't use most of these, you know, like this bronzer is very light, right? It is almost like my skin color, you know, so I can use this to like buff and blur. And this is like a highlighter, you know, and it's pretty nice. I use it on my eyes. My point is, you can get some use out of it, but the real reason I purchased it was for these two shades. I really wanted a more toned down blush coloring from Hourglass, and if you can get these on sale, then you'd be saving. Even if you just did it for these two blushes, even though you're getting 6 whole things, you're saving, because the Hourglass blushes, I believe, are like $35 each, and these are not shades that they carry outside of this palette. So I really enjoyed this palette, especially for these two here color shades. And like I said, I'm using it today. They're really pretty, really just lovely colors, especially mixed together. My last powder thing is the Supergoop Resetting Powder. So you know how we're supposed to be reapplying our sunscreen, and like we're terrible at it usually. I have tried resetting sprays of SPF. Terrible. They never work. They stink. One of them, the Chantecaille one, smelled so bad. I've tried another, didn't love it. This actually I love. I use this a lot during the summer because it's really easy to use. I believe this is in shade medium, and basically you just, you know, like this, it comes out, right, and you can reapply your sunscreen. I still use it today. You know, I may use it in conjunction with the Dior nude filter. They kind of do different things, but I really like this. And if you're more focused on skincare versus like or filtering your skin, you just want to get all the protection, I would definitely recommend this one. They kind of do the same thing, except this one's not going to mattify you necessarily, but it is going to make you feel better. Like when it's been really hot in California and I'm in the car driving and I'll reapply this, I already feel the calm. Like it really does work. So I definitely like this. I definitely will be repurchasing it, especially during the summer when it's really, really warm outside and I just want all the protection I possibly can get. Now let's talk about blushes. The Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk blushes, liquid blushes, and I have it in the mauve color, and then this is in that, it's like a peachy pink. Anyway, these are the ones with shimmer. Even when I was having my texture issues, I still loved these. They're so easy to use, so pretty. Now this one is very light, okay? I think it's like rosy peach. I can't remember. I'll have to write it down below. So this one I don't typically wear alone because it's a little bit light, but it's got a really pretty color. And this one I wear quite a bit. It's such a beautiful pinky purple mauve color. Beautiful if you have like, you know, tan skin, deeper skin. I'm sure light skin too, but this is probably my favorite one. It goes on like a gel, and then you can even layer it if you want, which I typically do. I love to layer this one with my Chanel powder. Duo. It's a duo. It's a beautiful duo, and it has a similar tone. I'll show you it here because I'm not going to get it right now. I have so much makeup in front of me. And so, yeah, I really love this. I love to layer it. So pretty, so pretty. My last blush is going to be the RHODE blushes. So this blush really brought my attention to cream blushes. This is in the color Freckle. I only have a few of these, and this is my favorite color of them all because it's kind of like nudie. But these are so beautiful. They hydrate the skin. You can layer them under or over other blushes. They're a little cumbersome. It's kind of a weird like shape, but the product itself is really beautiful. And there's a lot of RHODE beauty products I really like. I think Hailey Bieber executed this brand very well with what she did. Oh, anyway, I really love this. This is my last recommendation for, you know, blushes from Sephora, but I have been loving this all year. 3 eyeshadow palettes I'm going to talk about. And this is the Prada Nude Collection, and I can't recall which one this is. I will write it down below, but so beautiful. And the only reason I haven't gotten a lot of use out of it is because it was very close to my Guerlain eyeshadow palette. It was one that they came out with this year. I can't remember it right now, but I used that one so much, and they're kind of similar in their tones. But I'm actually using this right now. I did a Lisa Eldridge video prior to this, the holiday collection. So I just put a little bit of these 2 colors on my outer corner underneath my lower lid, and it's such a pretty coloring. The powder's so buttery soft. They're so pretty. This little glitter shade is pretty. It's not like my favorite. I feel like as much as I want to love this kind of tone on my skin, it never translates as nicely as I wanted to. It runs a little darker, and I need a little bit lighter to brighten up my eyes, but that's okay. I mix it with other things and it's fine. But these here powders, these mattes, are chef's kiss. These are on like Clé de Peau, creamy, beautiful, like slurry filling powders. So if you get these on sale, I got the refill because I already had a case for Prada, and so I saved a little money. But you can also save some money at Sephora during the sale if you're interested in Prada beauty. Tom Ford. So this was surprising because I do have some Tom Ford palettes, and I do like him. Certain things. I like certain formulas, and this formula was so beautiful. This is the Peach Glamour palette, and this texture is different than anything I've ever tried before. These textures are so creamy and buttery and beautiful. I have been getting a lot of use out of these. I use them by themselves. I use them in conjunction with other palettes, like for instance that Prada palette I told you about. So pretty. They make just beautiful colors. Let me take this little thing off. Let me show you. Look at this. Butter. They melt into the skin, the eyes like butter. They're all similar in tone. It's just so pretty. The only one that's a true matte is this brown, is the brown shade here, which is pretty deep, and you definitely can use it in the corner of the eye or as a liner. Just a really beautiful palette. And you know, Tom Ford palettes are costly, so if you were interested in this palette, it is beautiful, it is worth it, and you can save some money during the Sephora sale. Once again, Peach Glamour, love it, and I've been getting a lot of use out of it. The only mascara I'm going to talk about is the Dior Over Volume mascara. You've seen me use it, you've seen me test it out. It pretty much is like my staple mascara at this point. I absolutely adore this formula. Dior has wowed me. This is how the kind of bristles look. They're a little bit thicker on the top, a little more thick at the bottom, and in the middle is very thin, so I think it helps create this really beautiful butterfly effect. You know, I like to mix my mascaras, and I usually mix it with either the YSL Lash Clash in the brown color or the Lisa Eldridge Burnt Umber, but I just love this. If you want a full fluffy lash like so, they are, I can't say enough about this. This is like my second one. I have one on backup, standby for when I run out of this. It's just beautiful. It's fabulous, and I love it. Lips. This is probably the thing I have the most of. Some of these products I need to finish my videos on, so I'll talk about those first. And they are the Violette FR, her newest plume lip. I did purchase 3 of them. I purchased the nudist color. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna try and pronounce this. It's like something gris. Okay. And then there is the Mon Chéri and Rose Fumé. So these are the 3 I purchased, and today I'm using gris and just a hint of Rose Fumé. And as you can see, it's very pretty, very buttery. It makes your lips look full and juicy. They last all day. They're very comfortable. And when I say last, like obviously if you eat things, it's gonna come off. But I think this was actually one of my favorite formulas from Violette FR in regards to her lips. And I like a lot of her things, but I think the one that I've gotten the most use out of is the gris. These are very rich in tone, guys, and I promise to get that video up sooner than later. I have to edit this one first, and then I will try to make that my second priority. Guys, the struggle is real with timing, and editing is my least favorite thing, so it takes me a minute to do it, but I'm gonna try and do my best. But these are the colors: Gris, Rose Fumé, and Mon Chéri. And Mon Chéri is a very deep terracotta color. Rose Fumé is, as you can see, and the Gris is the most neutral nudie color, which you see on my lips. It's so stunning. Let's just finish Violette for now. I also love the Bijou Balm. This is no, new thing. I love the Bijou Balms. This one is in Calasan. This is my second one, and I really love to use this in conjunction with my balms in sorts, because I feel like it gives my balms a little holding power. It also is pretty nude, so it doesn't too much take away from any coloring. I just love this one. I love the formula. It is a little drier. Okay, so if you have dry lips, no, you will need some kind of moisture underneath, but I love this one. This year she also came out with her lip nectar. This is in the Rose de Mauve, and it's like this peachy brown color. Now these are an interesting formula texture, a little stickier. It is almost, it's called a lip nectar, but it's kind of this weird combination between a lip gel and a color. It's a very unique kind of feeling. It doesn't leave a lot of color payoff, but I do really like this. It's almost like a balm gel, and when I just want like nothing on my lips and I mix it with things, I really like this color in particular. The Prada Balms, okay, I've been in love with these, and The first one initially I really loved was the regular. There's no color added. This is the green one. I love this under things that are very drying, so like the Chanel A Tenue, lip duos, or any type of matte lip where you feel it's gonna suck the hydration out. You can use this and it doesn't mess up the formula. It doesn't change the coloring or the texture. It just adds moisture, and that's very hard to find. I've tried that. That's why I don't use regular lip creams, balms, things under those type of finishes, because it does change. So I prefer this under all my lip things. And last Sephora sale, I actually purchased the pH Balm one, but I actually didn't get a lot of use out of it until recently. Now, I'm going to tell you something. These break extremely easily, so just be aware of that. But I actually already had an additional case because I had a lipstick that I purchased that I didn't really like. So as you can see, this does start to change. It is pH balanced, but it doesn't make your lips feel, doesn't hurt, or it's not a plumping, so it doesn't have anything weird in the formula, but it does give your lips a very beautiful, natural looking pink. It brings your lip color out, and that's why I love this. I love it so, so much. If you just don't want to look like you have anything, but you want to look a little more, youthful in your lip, because it's going to bring your color to its full potential, beautiful. We're going to finish up the lipsticks. I just did a video on the Dior holiday, so I do believe they're going to have these out. The Dior lip duos, the sparkle sequin. I'm just going to link this video up here. These are very pretty. I think I was surprised. I have the 100 420, which is Pink Star. This is the nude color, and then Illusionist, which is 520. And Illusionist was actually my favorite. It's so pretty. It's like this pretty brown color. Oh, it's so pretty. It's not vampy. It's just really pretty. Pink Star here, okay. And then, oh, sorry. That was Nude 100. And if I leave these on long enough, the sparkle will show through on my actual hand. And this is Pink Star color. But like I said, my favorite is Illusionist, but they're all really pretty and I definitely will get use out of them. And I say pick one of the things you like best. This is my last lip liners, okay? The RHODE Beauty lip liners, the lip contour really surprised me. I only have two, but I really don't think I need more. The only one I would consider is like a more peachy color. But this is my second one of the brown color, which is Lean and Press. Okay, so pretty. They especially look great if you have other lipsticks, glosses, things of that nature. They just blend and blur so beautifully. I think they're very close to the Merit lip liners, but stunning nonetheless. I love these. I may pick up a peach one, but right now I'm okay. But I really, really love them. And if you are on the market for a creamy, smooth lip liner, I can't say enough about these. The Dior holiday gift sets will be at Sephora. They are currently there. Gorgeous. I picked them with my favorite mascara and the primer. I can't say enough about this beautiful little gorgeous packaging. You can take it somewhere. I want to take it to dinner. Like, I'm feeling like maybe when I take my husband for his birthday, I'm going to take this to a dinner, because you can fit a phone in here. Look how deep that is. Your necessities, a wallet or a couple of credit cards, ID. Yes, you can do that. And it's so pretty. It's so sparkly. I love it. And it came with my favorite mascara. So, if you're able to get it on sale, it was on Macys for sale like a month ago. Now it'll be on Sephora for sale, 20%. So if you're interested, this is the time. And with that, my camera's dying. So darlings, I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.